Hi there, this is Cameron Corman coming to you live from Central Methodist University, home of the Eagles. I will be your host tonight. We're looking at an interesting double duel. We've got the men's and women's wrestling team of Central Methodist versus the men's and women's wrestling team of William Woods. First up is going to be the women. For those unfamiliar, women are wrestling freestyle. Takedown is 2 points, turn is 2 points, exposure is 2 points, feet to back moves 4, and a suplex is 5. You can get pinned in freestyle, and it's a lot quicker than in folk style. They don't give you as much chance to fight off your back. So if you get stuck there for any amount of time, they're going to call that a touch fall, and you're done. Team points run pretty similarly with some minor discrepancies that really don't matter, so we're not going to go into that. Scoring, a max of 10-point separation in women's, that leads to a tech fall. And then we got some obvious differences from guys. Folk style, now they have the new 3-point takedown rule. Reversals are 2 points in men's, whereas with women's, if they get a reversal from the parterre position, which is like around, so you have one girl on top, one girl on bottom, then one girl on bottom gets on top, it's going to be 1 point. For men, we still have the near fall rule of 2 swipes is 2, 3 swipes is 3, 4 swipes is 4, as well as a 15-point deficit range for a tech fall. They do have a little bit longer to kind of roll across their back if they get into a weird position to kind of scramble. That's folk style for you. And ultimately, if they do get stuck there, then that's going to lead to a fall. I'll keep you updated on the match points, the team points, and the overall sensations that are going on here. And I'll keep you updated on the background and the information about all the wrestlers the best I can. Thank you. Some brief history here. We've got number 18, Central Methodist for the women. Head coach is Tim Prescott. We're going to have a couple exhibition matches, followed by a full lineup for both sides, which is good. Last year we had a pretty short lineup for William Woods, resulting in a pretty fast duel, so we're hoping to see a little more action tonight. On the guys' side, we also have a full lineup, which is really nice. This is the opening home duel for the Eagles, and they're pretty pumped. We've got a pretty full crowd here at home. Looks like the middle section is deciding whether or not it's going to fill up. We got the full men's team in attendance with some other spectators from the school, and it looks like some families made it out for the trip. William Wood's side looks maybe a little bit not present, but that's okay. They brought a full team, and that's what we're here to do is wrestle. So, and happy Halloween, by the way. Everybody, hope you are trick-or-treating and being safe, drive responsibly, all that good stuff. We're getting ready to start here in 3, 2, and 1. That's the buzzer. Head coach for William Woods is Jacob Lawrence. William Woods is unranked right now, but I believe last year was their opening year, so that tends to happen with a new program. They don't typically jump right into success. NAI is still pretty challenging, and sometimes it can take a minute to get the things rolling. We got captains meeting in the center with the ref. Everybody's shaking hands. Looks like for the Eagles we've got Victoria Nunez and Allison Hines coming out for the Eagles. Referee going over some rules, showing both sides of that coin. Getting ready to decide who gets choice for which weights. Looks like William Woods won the toss. In attendance tonight, we have the former Central Methodist women's coach, Brianna Delgado. Brianna just finished graduating from Columbia's Police Department Academy, so she will be proudly protecting our communities. Just decided. We get the Central Methodist women's team running out, led by Vivian, followed by Tony, followed by Victoria, Allison. Can't see who that is. I'm not sure. But we got the full lineup out there. They do a single lap. They line up in weight class order. They face down their opponent's William Woods team. Now, as I said, we will have a couple exhibitions, so things will be a little wonky. The first team points won't really be accounted for in the duel. That's just to see that we get a full, because both teams are pretty deep in the lineup, we want to make sure that everybody gets a good match. So that's why we do this.
And your number 18 ranked Central Methodist Eagles. Responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for a prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you in all we do on and off the mat, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Quick Pledge of Allegiance. Sorry, national anthem. Beautiful song, beautiful song. All right, we're going to get to our matchups now.
At 103 for William Woods, the weight is open. And for CMU, Vivian Mariscal.
103, Vivian.
At 110 for William Woods,
Weight open.
Lately Vasquez. And for CMU, Tony Avellino.
Yeah, freshman Tony Avellino versus.
And for CMU, Victoria Nunez.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here.
At 124 for William Woods, Tiani Maragos Maylua.
We've got a Tiani versus Allison Hines, who's a senior at 124, versus Tiani, who is a sophomore. So it'll be an interesting matchup. Jesse Grasham, who's a true freshman from William Woods at 131, going against Nani Justice, who's a resident senior here. She Nani transferred in last year from Iowa Wesleyan. We've got Lillian Goff, who is representing the Eagles at 145 versus Gretchen Marriott, who is a sophomore. Lily is a senior. We got Berlin Cadu, who's a junior at 145 versus Gretchen Marriott. And I'm sorry, my sheet's a little messed up. We got Emma Cole, who's a senior for Central Methodist at 160 versus Abby Piper, a sophomore, also at 160. It looks as though William Woods is open at 180, and they have a true freshman, Alana Braun, at 207 versus Ellie Pickett, who is also a true freshman, just signed with the Eagles. Those exhibition matches that I was mentioning from William Woods, we've got Amaya McClinton versus Corinne, who is a redshirt senior for Central Methodist. And then we got a true freshman in Mina Himmel at 145 versus another true freshman, Kamari Wilkins.
Your Eagles are led by head coach Tim Prescott. He is assisted by Andrea Montoya and Christian Knighton. Best of luck to both squads.
Now this first match is going to be an exhibition. It's going to be Corinne McClure versus Amaya McClinton. Corinne will be representing Central Methodist, and Amaya will be representing William Woods. I guess they're going out of order. So they're starting with the actual duel, so not exhibition. Yeah. So they're starting with the full lineup. So the first one up should be Tony, I believe, or Victoria. Tony or Victoria. What's that? The last name? The last name, we got Nunez or Avellino. Okay, so the first one will be Tony. All right, folks. I lied once again. We're not starting with exhibitions. We're going straight into the dual lineup. We got Tony Avellino, true freshman for Central Methodist, and we've got an unknown for William Woods. Sorry, Blake Vasquez. That's the updated list at 110. Tony immediately getting to work on the front head. Circles behind, grabs hamstring. We got 2 for Tony. Goes crossface, goes Turk. Driving over Blake immediately to a tilt. That's 2. She's looking for a fall. Chest high. She needs to reset that arm and then reset her chest, and then I'll drive that other shoulder down to the mat. So right now, score is 4-0 for Tony, Central Methodist. Okay, Vasquez going ahead and fights down. Tony runs a half. Vasquez defends. Flat. Now, she's only going to be here for about yep, there we go. Referee sets. Both wrestlers hustle back to the middle. William Woods in the black, Central Methodist in the white and black. Both wrestlers in that ear-to-ear, kind of forehead to forehead now. They're fighting for collar ties. Tony with a elbow grip and a wrist tie. There we go. Both wrestlers fighting for wrists. There we go. We get a shot from Tony. Deep in, high C knee pound. Re-rolled by Blake. Vasquez goes to re-roll again, falls to her backside, belly's out. We get 2 for Tony. We have a tech fall for Tony Avellino. I believe they ruled that feats back, and they did not give the other 2 points to Blake Vasquez. Lead to a 10-0 deficit. So that's our first win of the night from Tony, as well as the open win for Vivian. So we have Victoria Nunez coming up to the center. William Woods is open at that weight. Therefore, CMU automatically gets the win. Next up, we got Allison Hines from CMU. And Tiani Miedros Mayuela for William Woods. Sorry if I butchered that. Both wrestlers line up in the center. Allison with a sweep single in on the side. Shelves it on that end. Immediately take down. We had a kick-out defense attempt from Tiani. Allison immediately working out on for a lace. Tiani bellies back down. No turns. 2-0, Allison Hines. It's a good shot right off the whistle. Getting in deep on that single leg, shelving immediately. Tiani staying low, left leg forward. Barbie kind of switching stances. Sorry, Allison. Both wrestlers circling each other, trying to get an angle. Same shot. Front head immediately for Tiani. Circling, snapping. Now, Allison needs to connect her hands here. Yep, there goes. She drives her feet, dodges a head and arm attempt. Tiani right back to a whizzer. We got that same single leg position, same side. Tiani bellying her over. Drops her hips in, gets a takedown. 2-2. Now, weird part about freestyle, we get criteria, so the last person to score, unless there's a big move in there, is ahead. So right now, Tiani is technically winning, although the score is 2-2. And that's called criteria. Both wrestlers back to their feet. And we're back at it. Now, one of the things we noticed off that last exchange was Tiani kind of baiting that same side. Real heavy lead and then jump into that front head to drop her hips under. So it looks like Allison, if she's going to shoot, she needs to do a really, really, really good job of circling to avoid those heavy hips of Tiani. We've got an underhook. Oh, big head and arm attempt. Big head and arm attempt. Allison has dropped her hips down. We've got Tiani circling in. She's got one arm in the way. That arm is critical. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That was a really, really nice head and arm attempt from an overhook from Tiani. Allison drops her face to the mat, which is the appropriate defense, and then used her right arm to keep those hips from circling behind to score 2. So no points. Both wrestlers went out of bounds. Allison switching stances, circling, trying to draw Tiani in. That front leg is real heavy. Big double leg attempt from Tiani. Allison shin wizard. Tiani running cradle. No points, out of bounds. Really, really close attempt there from Tiani. We got Coach Prescott trying to coach up his athlete. Ref's not having it. Back to the center. Score still 2-2. Tiani on criteria. Big clubs from Tiani. Good wrist ties. Yep, nice arm drag. She gets Allison circling to face her. Allison punches that underhook. Good dodge of that front head. That is the optimal way of getting through that. Anticipating it, squatting down, ducking that toss. Doing work here from parterre, kind of attacking a lace from top is Allison. Tiani defending well, no turn. Score is now 4-2 for Allison. Central Methodist up 14-0 as a team. Allison trying to engage in ties. Tiani's hitting with some really, really nice head snaps and a nice couple slide-by attempts. She's got a really good misdirection to an underhook. Would really like to see Allison keep her head in Tiani's neck just like that, because that's going to stuff those shots for Allison. Tiani appears, after a failed shot, she's looking for those head and arms. Allison counters. Big head and arm attempt countered right to Tiani's back. Tiani's fighting. She got both arms trapped in what we call a butcher here. Big potential for a fall, but time saves her. Let's see what the judges rule that. We get a 30-second break here in freestyle as well. So that was a 3-minute period. Goes to a 30-second break. We'll have another 3 minutes. Both wrestlers getting coaching and dried off here. Allison bent over. Tiani punching herself in the chest. We're going to keep those lungs. That lung burn, everybody has a solution for it. All right. Big high fives over in William Woods' corner. Looks confident. Allison with the slow walk back to the center. Lines up. What we'd really like to see here is Allison, when she shoots that sweep, if she could fake it first, it would really allow for a little bit. There we go. Yep. Kind of get some footwork, because those static shots of just shooting straight to the leg, that's going to keep her from being able to circle around to those hips of Tiani. There we go. Straight on double from Tiani. Allison drops the front head. Tiani builds her hips back up. Big overhook. Watching for that head and arm again. Couple overhook shuck attempts. Here comes a head and arm. Basically a punch, honestly, but it's okay. Allison fires off a shot. Tiani sprawls. Allison's got her hands locked, but just barely. We're going to get a stalemate. They call stalemates pretty quick in freestyle. It's just kind of the norm. It's all good. Allison back to her feet a little slow. Tiani still low. One thing that's interesting here is Tiani is not allowing Allison to hang on her head at all. Every time Allison reaches, she counters with a wrist. Oh, we got a deep shot, double leg. Tiani punching up for a Brantz. Allison counters with a head, with an underhook. Tiani shoots a head and arm attempt, and then ref rules it a slip. Calls are calls. Both wrestlers back to center, no score there. 6-2 Allison. Yeah, again, countering those wrists. Allison to a collar tie. Tiani not liking it, kind of looking for a way to clear. We got a deep diving shot here from Tiani. Allison pushing the head to the mat. That's good. Be careful circling that side. Circles around, circles around, circles around. Yep, there we go. Score 8-2. Allison again with that butcher attempt. Really good match here, folks. No scores from parterre. We got 8-2, minute 24 left in the period. Again, both wrestlers looking for ties. This time we're in an even 50-50 color tie. Allison kind of hanging back. Ref asking her to initiate more action. We get another straight-on shot from Tiani. There you go. That's what I'd be doing too. I'd circle to the right. I'd get her to shoot that double, and then I'd hit my sweep on that left leg. That looks like what Allison's trying to do. But when she circles left is where that double comes in. So it needs to keep making that left foot step so then she can't fire off. There's that straight-on double. Pushes the head down, goes straight to a shin whizzer, kind of a thigh whizzer as well. Looks to be fighting hands. Tiani sitting on her heels. That's not a great position to develop power from. Your main concern is a cutback. Looks like Allison's going belly whizzer. And kind of went for that hamstring. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to convert here. Tiani snaked the leg, kind of kept her close. We have 23 seconds. Allison needs to be smart here. No big moves from Tiani, no head and arms. Be smart. Allison moving. Post on Tiani's head. Tiani clearing, grabbing wrist, looking for that head arm automatically. She's draping over. She went for it. She missed it. Kind of went foot prop. Allison, another 2 points on the board, 10-2. Looking for that lace. One turn, and that is a tech. One turn, and that is a tech. And boom. There's our turn. There's our tech. Tech fall by Allison Hines. Final score, 12-2. And the CMU home crowd is loving it. That was a really good match, folks. For a true freshman, that was awesome. Sorry, for a true sophomore, that was awesome. Now, in freestyle, if the opponent scores a point, our team automatically gets 1 point. So the Eagles now lead 18-1. Now we got Jesse Grassham for 131, true freshman for William Woods, going up against our senior, Nani Justice. Referee checks, make sure there's no metal in the knee sleeves. Nani with a hand on the mat, immediate clearing wrist. Straight on double. Tries to drive her hips in. Jesse Graham immediately to front head, looking for that hamstring. Nani with clearing it by grabbing that elbow and controlling it. Nani driving forward with wrist control, double wrist control. Would love to see an arm drag. Yep. Collar tie right to his single leg on Graham's left side. We're immediately locking up a lace. That's well trained. And a turn. That's two. So we're at 4-0, Nani Justice. She loses the lace. We're locking up a gut. She's a little low in the belly. When you want to go for those guts, you want to be a little bit higher up in the chest. But that's just a good defense from Jesse Graham. All right. Ref calls for wrestlers to return to the center neutral. 4-0, Nani Justice. Nani with that trademark hand on the mat. Kind of catching her breath after that explosive action. And we're back to tying up. Jesse, a lot of posting. Keep your arm short. And there we go. Get some nice in and out movement from Nani. Trying to make her reach. And again with that sweep, she's going to round off to a double. Circle with her hips to the right, immediately going back to that lace. We got another two on the board from Nani. 6-0. Jesse defending, dropping her hips back into Nani's shoulder. Referee calls return of action to neutral. Nani again with the hand on the mat. Jesse Graham looking a little bit tired here. Trying to clear wrist. Would love to see Nani keep moving her feet here. In and out, in and out, in and out. There you go. There it is again. Yep, nice fakes. We get a shot from Jesse Graham. Big lift and slam. That is 4, and that is the match. So what happened here is, folks, we had Jesse Graham shoot a high C. Nani immediately stepped, locked in the crotch, lifted, and because Jesse Graham's feet and shoulders came off the mat and she landed flat on her back, that's 4 points. That's 10-0. Another tech fall for the Eagles. Right, taking us to 22-1. Central Methodist leading. Now, next up, William Woods. We got another true freshman, Skyland Boone. For CMU, we got Lillian Goff. Now, Lily's been here for all 4 years. Locks up a ties, immediately double underhooks, immediately launches into a seatbelt underhook, 1 point step out. That's one thing I forgot to tell you guys. If they go off the edge of that circle, whoever steps out first gives up a point. Again, mean posting on those collards. Oh gosh, it's a lot of flavor. All right. Punches to an underhook, right to a high C, switches off to a double, big lift. Boom. Big slam for 2. Good job by Skyland Boone for getting belly down. I mean, it's really easy to give up 4 there, and she did not. And right to a turn is Lillian. We're at 5-0. Another turn, 7-0. Now she's collecting that arm, and Skyland really needs to be careful here because she's about to give up a fall. Lillian has that arm collected. She's stacking her over. She rolled across her back. In all technicality, that might be considered a fall, but we did not call it as such. Back to center, 7-0 for Lily Goff, and we are 39 seconds into the match. Both wrestlers back to the center. Got some unique movement from Skyland Boone. Fighting. Lily again with those deep underhooks. Driving her out of bounds. Nearly. Skyland circles towards the center, gets her butt towards the center. Lily clears. Big post. Big underhook. Head in on the inside. Kind of shoots like a head inside single leg and steps over that left leg of Skyland. Skyland is abandoning the whizzer attempt. Goes for a half. Looks like Lily might be a little confused here. Skyland has that inside leg hooked. Referee calls stalemate. Interesting position. Lily had her beat. Looks like she might have injured her hand or arm a little bit. She kind of shrugged. Oh, she's got her shoulder taped up. That might be what it is. So. Again with Skyland, big reaches, big posts. Lily right to that left side underhook, head inside, shoots that high C, drives through. We ended up in a crackdown. She's reaching back. Right now she wants to elevate that foot and get it shoved. That's not going to happen because Skyland just hooked it all the way behind Lily's right shoulder. Skyland's doing a good job of keeping her from stepping over. The threat here is, folks, she can't jump over because if she does, she gets re-rolled. And, that's not good. Okay. Okay. Peterson attempt. It works. Takes Skyland right to her back. Looking for a fall is Lillian Goff. Score is 9-0. She's got both arms of Skyland. Skyland is fighting for everything she's got. God, that would kill my back. She's doing a good job. We got 40 seconds left in the period, and here's the thing about freestyle. They might call stalemates when you're in parterre, but they will not while you're being exposed for a pin. So Skyland's got a long time frame ahead of her in this position, and that's unfortunate. Lily switches out to the side, kind of tees up, gets to a head and arm. That is most likely a fall if I was reffing, but we're not gonna complain about it. Okay, relocks it up, throws a half, grabs her arm. This is generous, and we get a fall here for Lily, and Central Methodist Women's get another fall on the board. Big win. You love to see that out of your athletes. Awesome fight by Skyland Boone. Weird positions, bit of a funky wrestler, and running off with a smile on her face. So good match for her. Good job. Now we get Gretchen Marriott coming out. And this is going to be at 145. Gretchen is a sophomore. And then we've got Berlin Cadu, who's our resident junior, also at 145. This will be an interesting matchup. A little bit closer in age range. See what each girl has to showcase. Berlin with the right leg lead. Gretchen with the left. Berlin immediately to a 2-on-1. Kind of going for a little foot stomp action. Here goes snap. Driving through. Seatbelt. Drags her down. Goes right to a gut. Circling. Again with the arms. Might want to take them a little bit higher in the chest. That way you can kind of squeeze on those upper ribs. Those upper ribs are not as mobile, so they hurt a little bit more. A little bit easier to turn people that way. Big, heavy right collar tie. And here comes the head and arm. And that is tight. We're looking at Gretchen. She's fighting off her back. It's going to be 4 for Berlin. Right now, takedown earlier, she's got 6-0 with that 4-point head and arm. Gretchen is trying to bridge. She's still got one shoulder off the mat, so she's not pinned. But right now, Berlin is cranking on that for all she's worth. And, she goes back to Saturday Night Ride. Okay. Berlin is, there we go. Okay. Gretchen bellies down. Berlin working kind of like a half. Got to watch out for that. Don't hit a full Nelson there. There you go. Okay. She's kind of trying to go for that high gut. Wasn't amounting to much. It's all good. Gretchen just had to fight off her back for like a 45-second window there. Berlin staying low. Big right collar tie. Big double leg. Comes up to the, what the heck? Okay, circles behind. Kind of went for a head and arm. Circles behind. She should throw that right leg in right now. That would be a takedown. Come on, sis. There you go. Hook the arm. That's 2. Thank you. We're at 8-0 for Berlin Cadu. Now, it looks like she's attacking the lace here. Gretchen is defending stalwartly, and she gets her feet crossed. That is not good, folks, and that's going to be a turn. Those laces are tough to defend. It's going to be another tech fall for your Eagles, 10-0. This is a good home opener so far for the Eagles. William Wood showing an impressive display. Showing a lot of determination, a lot of fight, especially out of a lot of young kids. I mean, it's a different game when you get to college. And we've got some seasoned vets on CMU's team that are kind of showcasing the skill differences that amount in college and high school. And these William Woods girls, they show a lot of potential. They show a lot of fight and a lot of determination. And that's what you love to see, especially out of your younger crew. Now we got Emma Cole, who's a senior for Central Methodist. She will be wrestling Abby Piper, who's a true sophomore for William Woods. Both with the right leg lead. Big swing from Miss Piper. Wow. Looks like she's loading up another one. Okay. Emma Cole did not like that. So she is digging in. Looks like for an underhook. And we got a couple of recurrent collar ties coming from Emma. All right, we get an underhook from Miss Piper. Emma goes dump, loses it. We got an overhook to a high C from Abby. Emma goes inside thigh pry, circles behind for 2. Big lift to try to lock up that gut. Again, kind of low on the gut. Would love to see, all right, attacking the lace. Attacking the lace, those laces have been there all night long. Looks like she's about to get her feet crossed. Nope, fights out of it. Good job by Miss Piper. 2-0, Emma Cole. Would love to see these guys get their hands locked a little bit higher and kind of rub those knuckles in and then go for that gut. All right, big clubs here. Fighting for that right side of Miss Piper, that left side of Emma Cole. Underhook for Emma. Piper for a fireman's. Very well done. Keeps that elbow. That's dangerous. Circling straight to that kind of butcher precision we saw earlier with Allison. Doesn't look to be working right now, but that's going to even up the score for 2-2. She's basically choking her with her own arm. Guys, come on. It's all right. It's wrestling. All right. Emma Cole fighting for an underhook on her right side. Miss Piper not really allowing that. Punches in an underhook on her right side is Piper. Emma Cole with a return fireman's attempt. Shoots it, not going to convert. Now, she should really just kick her hips forward, sit out, and she's going to be good. Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. She's not going. Come on. Stop it. She's trying to hook her leg. It works sometimes. I'm not looking for it. Come on. Sit up, come up, stand up. That's all I got. Yep, there you go. Yep, face her. Now, you got to watch out for the pancake here. There you go. Good job. Drive in on that high C, and she's switching off to a double and gets a 2 here. Excellent job. Way to reface. That takes a lot of strength and a lot of knowledge from being in that position. Miss Piper defending well against that lace again. Don't let those feet get crossed. There we go. All right. Both wrestlers back to standing. Emma Cole leading by 4-2. We got 37 seconds left in the period. Big club from Emma. Return club from Abby. Fighting for hand control here. Underhook from Emma. Probably should be cautious of that return fireman. So it looks like she is. She's kind of pulling, and there comes another dump attempt. Keeps the elbow again. You got to get your left hip to the mat if you're Emma Cole. If you drop your right hip, she's going to run you over. And she's doing that. She's doing a good job. She's got her feet in the mat, which can be a little risky, but she's just keeping her squared up, which is good. Both wrestlers wrestling very well. It's a good competitive match here. 10 seconds left in the period. Good punch to a right-handed underhook by Emma. Little foot prop attempt to no avail. 30-second break for both wrestlers. We got an inhaler use by William Woods, followed by that water swig. Looks like Emma's getting dried off and sent back out with some words of encouragement from her coach, Prescott. Both wrestlers line back up. We got a stance change here by Miss Abby Piper. Left leg's coming forward. She's got a knee pad on that right leg. Wonder if that might be some sort of injury going on. Emma stays with that right leg lead. Right hand collar tie. Big fakes and big snaps. Now, here's the thing. Miss Piper is leaving that left leg out. Big double attempt here. Head kind of in the mat. Don't post on the hips, dude. Rip at the armpit right there. Yes. Okay. She's going to post on the hips. She's driving her hips back. She's kind of trying to go front head here. You got to be careful. People can kind of tip you over. Just rip at the elbow. Rip at the armpit. Try to get those hands off you. But the thing is, Miss Piper has this big, heavy step on her left foot, and if Emma keeps that right leg lead, that is a nice sweep single opportunity for her. Every time she snaps, there comes that left leg. It's right there, and Miss Piper is reaching with that left hand. She needs to keep that down. Good post to clear by Miss Piper. There we go, double wrist, big circles. Big circles, almost out on the bounds right there. Score is still 4-2, which is remarkable for all the action we're seeing. Emma Cole pressuring forward. Piper returns pressure. Emma with that right hand collar tie. Now we need to watch out. We got a draping collar tie. I say draping. It's kind of where a wrestler will bait someone to pressure in a little bit. Got keeping their ties loose. It kind of usually indicates of a throw, so you got to feel that. Big snaps. A lot of hand fighting here, which is good. Oh, kind of a slight headbutt. It's all good. 2-on-1 here for Emma. Driving through. It's kind of a baseball grip, not a true 2-on-1. Driving in. Doesn't really quite have head position. There you go. Gives a little shoulder bump. I would like to see her punch that underhook. She doesn't. She goes collar tie clears. That's fine. Another hand fight sequence here, initiated by that right-handed collar tie. Stance switch now, left leg. Right leg forward by Miss Piper. Both wrestlers driving. Emma looking to get her step out. The importance of that is if she can get another point on the board, she doesn't have to worry about that little criteria thing we were talking about earlier. We got 50 seconds left on the clock. A lot of hand fighting. Looks like Abby's getting ready to shoot here. She's kind of loading up like she did. Yep. There we go. Loading up like she does. She kind of drops back to shoot. Left leg lead. Big post. Here we go. Emma needs to be a little bit cautious here driving for it. There you go. Watch out for that. Here comes that dump attempt. Emma stays front head. Circling. She should really just shuck that. Oh, looks like she's got a hold of her hands. There we go. Good job by Miss Emma. Slides behind. Attacking a lace. Piper defends. 10 seconds left. And ref's going to let time run out here. Score is 6-2. Emma Cole. Good match there. Very competitive. A lot of hand fighting. A lot of back and forth. Good to see it. Good work by both opponents. CMU is now leading 34-2. At 180, we've got an open weight from William Woods. Christina Page is going to collect that win for us. Going to bump the Eagles up to a 39-2 lead. At 207, William Woods. We've got Ellie Pickett and Alana Braun, who's a freshman. So we got two true freshmen battling out at 207. Walking out to Teach Me How to Dug. Gotta love it. Hey, teach me how to dug. You know why? Because all the girls love me. Great song. All right. Both athletes go to shake hands, and we're off. Let's see what we got. Got left leg lead from Miss Ellie, and we've got Miss Alana with a right leg lead. Big reaches from Alana with that right hand, kind of clearing off with that left a lot. Ellie reaching a little bit with both, kind of just trying to find her way to ties. Alana not having it. Said, I will not be tying up with you. Alana the lower of the two in terms of stance. Ellie a little bit longer. Big club by Alana. Ellie, don't cross those feet. Big post to a collar tie by Ellie. Both wrestlers right-handed collar ties. Kind of a slide by attempt from Alana. Constant in and out by Ellie. A lot of stance changes. We're going to get a call for action for Ellie. Essentially, if that happens again, there's going to be a shot clock by a timer that goes up on the board for 30 seconds. If Ellie doesn't score in those 30 seconds, Alana gets a point. Typically what happens in low-scoring matches, you'll see both wrestlers eventually give up a point with the latter of the two ending up with winning by criteria. We get a shot by Ellie. Alana defends the front head, but that's good. Shows action, shows improvement. So even though those shots aren't converting necessarily, it's good to keep doing those. Ellie again with an aggressive hand fight. That's going to get Alana warned. Possibly get put on the shot clock. Both wrestlers in and out faking. Trying to finally get to tie up. Alana punching to a right-hand collar tie inside. Tie on her left hand, driving Ellie towards the edge. And this is the sauce here. You get someone moving towards the edge, you got to keep moving. So that's going to be a point for Alana. It's going to save her from that shot clock violation. Ellie circling to her left. Now here's the thing. Alana is right leg lead, but she's really just looking for that front head. And here comes a big front head throw attempt. Ellie needs to drop. Yeah, I was going to say, needs to drop her right knee down. Watch out for cradle. Watch out for cradle. Ah. Don't let her get her hands locked. All right, Alana's looking to lock up her hands. Circling behind. No cradle, but she does get that go behind takedown. Leading 3-0 is Alana of William Woods against Ellie Pickett of Central Methodist. Good action by Alana. Great front head. What we saw there was she got her elbow kind of deep. Ellie did a double post on the mat. And the problem with double posting is if you start getting weight on your heels, it's real easy to drive through you. And we kind of saw an in-between of that. She got weight on her feet, and then what happened was Alana circled, grabbed that leg, drove her over her shoulder to the mat for two. In the future, circle out of that position. Drop your knee to the mat if you need that extra leverage to kind of get your head free. We got big clubs coming here from both ladies. Kind of taking a break from ties. We've got 25 seconds left in the period. Good action, good tactics from both wrestlers. Now, the other thing about Alana, she got a little bit of straight legs, as does Ellie, and so that's kind of where that front head is going to come into play. We really like to see people attack that here. Oh, big shot attempt, big double attempt right at the end of the period. Hey, you know what? Not going to score you points there, but it is going to keep in mind a good impact on the referee. It's going to let them know that you're still trying to score. It's going to give her that advantage in the second period. Great job defending by Alana. Both wrestlers go to their coaches, getting dried off, getting talked to, maybe the occasional sip of water and the occasional inhaler. Love our inhalers. Keep our athletes' bronchioles dilated. Always good. No asthma attacks in this house. Alana back to the center. Ellie being motioned back to the center by the referee. Some deep breaths by our athletes, lined up against each other, ready to go. Big clubs by Alana, a lot of in and out. Ellie needs to drop her level and soon. And yeah, there we go, start driving in. You need to get your head in her neck, and you need to take an angle, start driving through, and that's exactly what Alana's doing. She gets her head right in that neck, starts pushing down on her hands, starts driving into her right to the edge. You gotta be careful there. Ellie does a great job defending, circles out of it. Back to those ties, right-handed for each of them. Big snap by Alana. Grabs armpit, goes circle behind. Big gut attempt. Ellie defends. Scores 5-0 right now. Alana Braun for William Woods. Ellie fighting here. No turn. Both wrestlers back to the center, facing each other. Clearing ties. Ellie again with this in and out. She really needs to stay in those ties, start looking for an angle. Oh, big snap again from Ellie. Drive her out. Oh, Alana, great job circling. Ellie also great job circling right near the edge. No wrestlers give up any points. Good post, good footwork. Circling. Don't rock back on your heel. There you go. Clear that off. You need to clear that off. Circle to your right. That left leg's going to come forward. There's going to be your double leg. Punches that underhook. There you go. Nice. Driving in. Watch out for the head and arm. There you go. Still working is Miss Ellie. Don't clear out of that. Stay there with it. It's all good. Posting out of those ties is Miss Ellie. Big push by Alana. Big circle by Ellie. A return push. Trying to drive Alana out of the center. Get on the board is Miss Ellie. Back and forth movement. We're going to need some misdirection, something. Alana again with a snap. An arm spin attempt by Miss Ellie to no avail. Alana steps back, is ducked. Big shot attempt. Alana drops her hips, circles to her right, catches an arm, needs to make sure we don't give up a pin here, and goes wrist control, goes crossface, arm block, kind of again looking for that butcher position. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Good turn. No turn here for Alana Braun of William Woods. Score is 7-0 in favor of her. Ellie back to the center, taking some deep breaths, resetting herself. She's got 40 seconds. Alana pressing forward. Ellie snap to the mat, front hands down. Recovers, excellent job. Deep collar ties for both athletes. Snap those off. Snap them off. Big fake. Another snap from Alana. She's been doing a really good job with those snaps today. Get her chest on top of Ellie. Again, another snap after Ellie takes another double leg attempt. Both wrestlers back to their feet. Driving head to head. We've got 2-1, and that's time after one last second shot attempt for Miss Ellie Pickett of Central Methodist. That will be William Woods' first win of the night, and it's going to take the score to 39-5 in favor of Central Methodist. That is the end of the regulation duel. Great job from all athletes on both sides. We will now finish off with those exhibition matches that I was sure were going to happen first, but are now going to happen. Our first exhibition match is going to be Amaya McClinton, who's a freshman at 131. She's going to be going against Corinne McClure, who is a redshirt senior of Central Methodist. Amaya with some cool purple Ruta shoes. Corinne in the white top singlet with the headgear. Lefty collar tie by Corinne. Amaya defending a 2-1, going far elbow. Good job. Stick with it, sis. There you go. Yep, clears out the wrist. Corinne with a nice little arm drag action. Circles around behind that leg. Stay on the knee. Stay on the knee. Gives up the knee. Goes chasing waist. Kind of a body lock attempt here. Yep, goes big body lock. Not quite there. Goes outside leg reap and gets it. Big crossface. Big crossface. 2 for Corinne right now. She's kind of going crossface cradle. It isn't there. 2-0, Corinne McClure. Amaya McClinton with a shot off the whistle. That was actually really fast. That was impressive. Gets re-rolled. One of those things you want to do. Freestyle is unfortunate because if you keep your head buried in the mat, you're going to get re-rolled. So Amaya, in the future, when you take that shot, get your head and knee, come up. Good job by Corinne. We got a 4-0 match right now. Again, running crossface. Going butcher here. Amaya being tough. That butcher is tight. God dang. All right, there we go. Gets her flipped over. That's going to be 2 for a turn. Amaya's fighting off her back. It's kind of looking like a fall from here, folks. But fights off her back, does not give up the fall. Corinne goes right back to that bar arm. That's a good turn right there. Sits back, gets an exposure for 2. That's not a re-exposure. She never recovered all the way. Amaya rolling through. She needs to sit up and, yep. All right, we got a leg in by Corinne. To a power half turn. That's going to be 10-0. That will be the match, but they're going to continue it because Corinne has her exposed, so she has the potential to get a pin here. If Amaya can fight off her back and save their team from the pin, that'd be awesome. Right now it looks like she's stuck. Corinne gets the job done with a fall. Good match, guys. Good job out of a true freshman. Work on getting that head in the knee and you'll be all right. Now we've got one more exhibition match for the women's side, and that'll wrap up the women's duel, and then we'll head straight into the men's. We've got Mina Himmel, freshman, Blank St. Louis, Missouri, going against Kamari Wilkins, who's a freshman from William Woods, and this is going to be at 145. Also from Missouri, Ashland, Missouri. Big collar tie for Mina. It's right to an underhook. Kamari fights out of it, gets snapped down to front head. Mina runs around, front head position. Again, awesome position, gets 2. Mina attacking both arms. Goes for a bar on the left side, driving for that wrist. She needs to drop her hips back down underneath. Good job by Kamari on squaring her left hip down to the mat. What that does is that takes all the pressure on your shoulder and it puts it right into the mat, keeping you from being able to be turned. A lot of in and out of motion, a lot of wrist tie from Mina. Big sweep attempt to the Kamari's right side. Great job squaring her hips back up. But Mina cuts back, gets her head peeked out. Gets 2. Is now 4-0. Trying to attack that lace. Uses her knee, hooks her hand over the foot, and that's 2. Oh, wow, that's a lot of fight out of Kamari. That is a lot of fight. Laces are uncomfortable, guys. They hurt. And that's another one. That's 2, 8-0. If she can finish this off, she saves the tech, but that lace looks like it's still very much intact, and they hurt. They hurt very much. And that's 10-0 for Mina Himmel. At 145, the Eagles get another tech. And that will end the women's wrestling duel of Central Methodist University versus William Woods University here in the home stadium of CMU Eagles. Great match. Final score 39-5. Great home opener for the Eagles. Great showing by William Woods. Much improved from last year, and they've got a lot of young talent that they can look to develop, and that is awesome.